Bringing the light, East Coast Radio with Stephen Light. Hey, Steve.
Hi, Neville.
Good to see you again.
Good.
Assumptions are the mother of all mess-ups. I mean, assumptions do crazy things with your head. And assumptions can take something that's really small and turn it into something really huge, out of control, a big monster. How do we avoid assumptions?
Neville, a lot of people make assumptions in their lives, in the workplace, at home. What happens is we see a fact, and then we make an assumption about it. Now, that assumption we make is our whole opinion, our belief, our judgment system, taking that fact and we add that to the pot, and now all of a sudden we start making these assumptions. When we do, we tell ourselves a story, and the huge story that we tell ourselves is based on what we believe to be true, and then we act on that. So we feel and we act. So if I was to eat 3/4 of a chocolate cake, there will be a whole lot of different opinions. Some people might say I'm a pig. Some people might say I'm hungry. Some people might say I don't like to share. There'll be a whole lot of stories that people will tell themselves. And based on the story, they're going to feel a certain way. And when they feel a certain way, they act. Now, what we've got to learn to do is not make assumptions. How do we do that? We do that by learning how to master our stories. Because as people, we are great storytellers. That's what we do. We do it so well. Whenever we see something, we first tell ourselves this great story. And the funny thing is, and research has shown that we have on average 60,000 thoughts a day. Most of those are negative. Most of them are about ourselves, and most of them are the same thoughts we had the day before. Now you can imagine the quality of story that we keep telling ourselves about how the world is attacking us, how people are putting us down, how people don't care about us. That's the kind of stuff we keep telling ourselves. So the stories that we always tell ourselves tend to have a negative slant, and that's where the assumptions become the mother of, as you put, all mess-ups. So in order to learn to master your stories, we need to learn to be great question askers. So the minute you observe a fact and you find yourself telling a story, the first mode you need to go into is asking questions. And asking questions is really just checking out what people are saying. And there's a very simple skill called STATE, which I'll post on the website. People can download it. And the S stands for share your story, or state your facts, firstly. The T, tell your story. And A, ask the other person's story. The way you do that, you need to talk tentatively, which is the last T, and then E, encourage testing. Get people just to share where they're at. So it would be, Neville, I noticed you ate 3/4 of the cake. What I'm beginning to tell myself is that you're actually a very hungry kind of person who doesn't like to share. I'd really like to check out with you. How do you see the situation? That's how we would use that skill, just to make sure we don't make assumptions. Everyone's clear on what's actually happening here, and then we can move forward with everyone knowing what's happening.
It's my birthday, Stephen, and the fat kid loves cake, okay? So lay off me, buddy.
Good thing, Neville. And Neville, we've had a lot of response from the features and people inquiring about attending our workshops. So what we're going to be doing in the new year is running the very popular assertiveness and conflict management workshop that People Active run. So if you go to our website, you can check out the dates, and we'd love to have you attend that workshop. It'll make a big difference in your life.
All right. Well, you get more information, as Steve said, and he'll post state on his website, which is peopleactive.com. That's active without the E on active. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you, Neville.